How was that, for you? Because I think, when people look at the sports, they're like, okay, that I play it, or it's like, was that a safe haven for you? Like, all right, bet, like, my outlet to really, like, express myself.
I think I was just doing it just to do it. I didn't really know where it would take me or, like, what I could do with it. I was just doing it just to have fun because I was a kid. I was only, like, 9, 10. And
Got you. Because, like, what people have to realize is, like, bro, if you got a vision, there's people that's gonna be willing to help.
Yeah.
As long as you really like speak and you move boldly onto it.
And what's I gotta sit back and be like, damn, like, am I being a good leader? Am I being a good leader myself? Like, I feel like that's what self-care come in. Like,
the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said you're up and I'm up. Y'all now tuned in to the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man.
Coach Juan. I'm sorry, Coach Juan. Everybody know me as Juan, but I'm Coach Juan, aka Juan, Juan, however you want to call it. I'm the owner of Certified Hoopers. I'm a coach, mentor, big brother, son. That's about it. Yeah.
Nah, for real though. So like your childhood, like coming up, like where were you born and raised at? Like, being in the DMV and all that.
So I grew up in District Heights, Maryland. Went to school at Wise. Also, I transferred to Flowers as well. My mom had me in sports early. Like every week, probably had like 4 or 5 games with like 4 or 5 teams. Not 4 or 5 teams, but like 3 different teams.
Right.
Football and basketball.
Okay.
I was at it early.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know the football part, but okay.
So the crazy part is like my favorite sport before basketball was football.
Okay.
That was because like I had confidence in football. I didn't really have confidence in basketball until I got like 15, for real. So like football was like my number one sport. I couldn't wait for football season.
Okay.
I started out in basketball. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I was trash, for real. I was really trash. But I picked up that confidence as I got older. My mom had me in she had me with Wolverine Warriors. That's when I started picking up confidence. When you think about Wolverine Warriors, that's like a DC team. So when you think about DC basketball, they like tough.
Got you.
Toughness.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I started picking up confidence playing with them. From there, I started taking off with my confidence in basketball. So, yeah, football was my first sport.
That's all right, though. Nah, that's different, man, because I think, in the DMV, it's either the football or the basketball or the rap or whatever it may be, right? But how was that, for you? Because I think, when people look at the sports, they're like, okay, bet I play it, or it's like, was that a safe haven for you? Like, all right, bet, like, my outlet to really, like, express myself.
I think at that time I was just doing it. Like, I didn't really know, like, I didn't really have no outlet. I was just doing it, and I was having fun with it. And my team was winning. Like, we was winning championships. I was just doing it just to do it. I didn't really know where it would take me or, like, what I could do with it. I was just doing it just to have fun because I was a kid. I was only, like, 9, 10, and I was just doing it to have fun. And I was doing it so long, I was so comfortable around the people I was with. So, like, the people that I grew up with, that played with me, we still talk to this day. So I gained a family, basically. So that was mainly what I was looking forward to, like, just the family part of it. And I was just comfortable being around them.
Nah, I could relate to that because, like I said, I ain't had no dreams about being in the league or nothing like that. If I'm playing sports, it's more so like, okay, I can play the sport, but I'm socializing with the homies.
Yeah,
like I'm just around the way with it.
That was like
cool.
my way of, like, because my mom, she made sure I wasn't in the streets or nothing. So that was like my way, all right, I'm about to go out. That was my going out as a kid, like,
okay,
going to practice, going to the games, all that type of stuff. That was like my way of socializing with the kids and stuff. I mean, socializing with my friends and stuff like that.
Nah, that's fire though. I like that because I think now, right, we fast forward, we like, man, okay, we transition, we grown up. Now all of a sudden it's like, hold up, man, like, it's completely different now. Like, what y'all doing? Like, what y'all on? Like, hold up, bro. Like, this is not what it used to be. I know me coming up, I'm like, I played basketball. I went to private school. My elementary, And then I went to cause I went to St. Michael's.
Okay.
And then going to St. Michael's, it was CYO basketball. So like, fifth grade is when I really started playing. Fifth through like eighth. And then after that, I went to Archbishop Carroll for a year. Then I went to Flowers.
How was Carroll?
Carroll was cool.
Carroll was cool?
Carroll was cool. The
That's
WCAC,
right.
it was really cool.
I tried to go to Carroll. They ain't accept me, but.
And then I went to Flowers. But like I said, I never played basketball for Flowers. I was just like, around it, like reporting, things like that, doing things like that. But then I remember like playing, back in elementary, like over the summer, they had this thing called the Yes League.
Yeah.
The Yes League was like MoCo. You were playing like 6th grade all the way to 12th grade.
Right,
but it didn't matter like what age you were. You was playing with the older youngins. So it was like, all right, that's how you got better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, as time is fast forward, we like, okay, now you got this AAU thing going on, this whole entire sector. Right. So like as you transition through it, from a kid and then of course growing up as an adult, now I see you, moving now and then the birth and the transition to certified hooper. So how did that like come about for you?
So I came home. And I started coaching under this program called Game Time Elite.
Okay.
And the owner of Game Time Elite, he's like a mentor. He was like a mentor to me. So I grew up with his brother. So when I came home and started coaching under his program, he like took me on his wing. Shout out to Tyreek. His name Tyreek. And it was one day it was me, Tyreek, and my friend Rita. Rita, she owns a brand called New Day. Shout out to Rita too.
Yeah, shout out to New Day. Yeah, I'm familiar.
And we was sitting down one day. He was just giving us ideas like on how to get in the AAU business. Like running tournaments, doing camps, how to run an AAU program, all that. He was giving us all that. And I'm like, man, I need a name. Like, I need a name. Like, I don't know how it came. Somebody said certified hoopers. When I heard it, I'm like, oh, it's not like that. It's stuck. Like certified hoopers stuck. Like, I'm like, oh, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. I ain't gonna lie, that is a tough name.
So that stuck with me. Then I got that logo made. The logo made on the shirt. So I got the logo made. I'm like, this logo is tough too. Like, I can't let this go to waste.
Right.
So once I got the name and I got the logo made, it was like, I gotta start somewhere.
Right.
So my first project was starting an AAU team.
Got you.
I started 2022. I had about 7 kids strong, and it was a lot of kids that was new to AAU.
Got you.
So it was like it was a hard season for everybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. You starting out, you don't even really know. Like, I do want to hoop, but it's like, okay, like at the same time, I just signed up, so I'm good.
It was a hard season for everybody. So I had my brother. It was his first year of being like a star player. So he had to get used to that role. He was just so used to being like just on a team.
Got you. Okay.
He had to get used to being a star player. He had to get used to that. I brought in a kid named Major. That was his first year playing basketball as well, but I saw the potential of him.
Got you.
Bringing a kid named DJ, Kai, Kale, and I had a couple other guys too.
Got you.
And like I said, it was a hard year. We was probably getting blown out by like 30 every game.
Got you.
And I was frustrated. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, you getting mad, you getting frustrated.
Because I'm a competitor. I'm like,
right,
what
yeah.
the heck?
But you got to remember, also, it's like, nah, that's not me playing, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not me playing.
I'm like, what the heck? So we go through the whole AAU season. And my next project after that was doing a basketball tournament.
Got you.
That went well. That went very well, actually. I enjoyed doing that. It was my first tournament, and I had about 24 teams.
Okay.
It went smooth. Actually, it went smooth. Looking to do another one sometime this year. Or next year. I'm sorry, next year. Since we about to go on next year.
Yeah, 2025 mode, yeah.
Looking to do another one. Looking to do more. And then my next project after that was, as you see, doing the basketball camp.
Yeah.
And that went very well.
Right.
When I did the camp, I felt like, I ain't gonna lie, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
I ain't never had that much I was never exhausted that much in my life.
Wow.
So it was one day we went to Applebee's, and I'm like, bro, I'm exhausted. So I put my head on the desk. I was asleep for 30 minutes. I was asleep for 30 minutes, but it was cool to wake up, go to work. My going to work was going to a basketball camp, basketball camp, and enjoying the kids. The kids had so much fun. That was the main thing. The kids had so much fun. They got to meet NBA players too. Like,
wow.
it was one day Steve Adams came in there.
Oh, that's lit, man.
Steve Adams came in there, and like, so my assistant Amy, I had to make a run. My assistant Amy was like, yeah, Steve Adams is here. The kids talking about Steve Adams is here. I'm like, Steve Adams not here. Like, you don't see Steve Adams in Maryland.
Yeah. I'm like, hold up, wait.
I'm like,
yeah.
Steve Adams not there. I'm like, all right, cool. They might be mistaking him for somebody else or something like that. But I'm like, all right, I'm on the way. I'll be there. So I get there. I'm like, oh, that is Steve Adams.
Wow.
So we went to go. They were doing the little fives. We went to go see them play. Every movie did. The kids was like so excited about it. And he was in there a lot, for real. They got to meet him, Jeremy Grant, Quinn Cook. It was another NBA player in there. He ended up getting traded while in there. And we saw it, like, you know on your phone when they put the notification. We saw that. And he on the phone with his agent.
Wow.
And we seen everything right there. So that was like, we experienced a lot in there. And then we were just grinding in there, for real. Like,
that's what's up.
I loved it, for real.
Nah, that's major, man. I'm gonna clap that up for you because, like I said, that's a major move. I know, even saying that, I know we were talking and having conversations around that as well. Yeah, I'm saying, we locked in though. 2025, we gonna make it happen. For sure. Life be life, and so we get it.
It's funny you say that. It's because when I first posted it, I think you hit me a couple days after that. I was like, I want to come.
Yeah.
And then I saw you at the movie premiere.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? But it's like being around it, it's like, genuine people. Because like I said, even after that, you know what I'm saying, we was at Zion Church watching the championship game. So it's like, bro, like, he know basketball, but that's the way that we fellowship.
And then how we got here was like, it's funny because it was like, I need to call Jay. And I'm driving. I hear my phone ring. I'm like, oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I remember you sat there and said, I was just about to call you. Like, for real. It'd be real though.
And that's how everything going.
Yeah, and I think it's community as well, because like what people have to realize is like, bro, if you got a vision, there's people that's gonna be willing to help.
Yeah.
As long as you really like speak and you move boldly onto it.
And
man.
What's so surprising about me, like a lot of guys that I look up to, they be like putting their hand out there, like, how can I help for it?
Right. Yes.
If you look at my AAU program this year, I brought in somebody. Her name is Jay. Big kudos to her. She's like another mentor to me.
Got you. Okay.
She helps me with everything. Like, she's on my ASS about everything. But she's helping my program grow. What my other person, Crystal, and my mom, they all helping my program grow.
Right.
I went to 7 kids, so now I got like 50 kids on my AAU program, and it's like, dang, like, I remember I was looking at my mom one day, I'm like, yo, this is really like,
it's real. It's real. Like this, and it be like, those moments where it be surreal too. It's like, hold up, wait, I just did this. Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, like, I'm like, you pray for me. She like, what's wrong? I'm like, I just don't want to mess this up. When I got her, she like, it's already, you good, like, you good. God got you.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and I believe in it. Like I said, I believe in it, bro, and I salute it because like what people don't realize is like what you needed when you were younger, and now you're being able to provide and walk into, right? So it's like these ain't players that you just sitting there coaching a basketball game where you doing life with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They looking at you every single day and like,
I see these kids or communicate with these kids every day, some way, somehow. So, and they like my kids. A lot of parents be like, you coming to see your kids today? Or like, a lot of parents, they text me if their kid doing bad in school and I got to come, talk to them or just talk to them on the phone, just because they got that connection with me.
Right, exactly.
And that's a blessing too, that parents are able to trust me with their kids.
Yeah.
Not just one or two, is multiple.
Right. And you got that relationship building. And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they look for. Especially like, man, look, my younger self, I know I needed that. Like now I can be that for somebody else.
Like a man figure in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just thinking about that. I know if I would have had somebody like me in my life, I would have taken way advantage of it. Not to say my father wasn't in my life. I ain't had no male figure in my life. I just needed somebody to be there, like right there. Right,
that extra battery in your back to be like, oh, I bet.
Or like when I need that one-on-one talk. Or like when I need somebody to push me that extra mile.
Right.
I needed that. And to have that, to give that to the youth now is like, oh, this is amazing.
For sure. So like, as you are navigating through all of it, right, I think that people have to realize like, okay, like what's the difference now? Because like I said, like the games now, I be going to the games. I'm like, hold on, okay. I understand basketball, and with the AAU level is probably higher. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your around the way games that you always watch. You know what I'm saying? You just outside just playing basketball, so be no refs or whatever like that. Now it's like, how is it amplified or changed in your eyes?
I think the kids are getting better,
right,
stronger, quicker. So you got to come up with creative ways to score or creative ways to play defense. For me, I'm always a student. I'm always want to learn, because the old stuff is not really working no more. You got to really find different ways to score the ball. You can do the basics, but like you got to really find creative ways. A lot of people like reclassing and all that stuff right now. So yeah, that's how it's developing. And the game is so fast now. It's like,
it is. It's fast paced. It's not like how it was back then.
Yeah, right. So it's like it's a lot of points being put up on the board.
Right.
If you're not ready for it, it's like you
lost in the sauce. Like, where do I go?
Some people think they ready for AAU, and it's like, I'd be like, all right. Like a lot of people hit me up. They be like, I want to play AAU. I want to play AAU. Or a lot of parents, they want to sign their kids up for AAU. I'm like, all right, come out. Let's see you. They get there and it's like a couple weeks later, it's like, yeah, this is not for us. We're gonna try something different, because it's like the game is so fast.
Yeah, the game is faster,
and it's mental.
Yes,
it's mental. If you're not mentally strong, it's over for you right there, for real.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said the mental part, because I think that a lot of people, bet I just get on the court, bet I know I could cross over, I can physically do whatever, but it's like it's mental, because like I said, once you get the ball, you have to know what to do, right?
You know what to
like
do.
Some of the youngins nowadays, I be sitting there saying that they get the ball, I be like, hold up, bro, do you know what the triple threat is? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what it is? It's like, do you know what you want to do with the ball?
Right.
Am I going to pass? Am I going to cut? You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Can you rotate on defense? Are you going to get back on defense when you make that mistake?
Right.
Can you shoot the ball again when you miss?
And then when you get back on defense, are you going to backpedal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like little things I look for, because I'm like, hold up, bro. You're going to turn your body. Like, this ain't football.
There's a
lot of stuff.
Basketball is so detailed. It's like,
yes.
It's like, if you're not willing to be detailed or being coached, want to be coached being detailed, then it's like, this is not for you, for real. You got to really be detailed to play basketball.
I agree.
You got to be consistent.
Yeah.
I think that's that's half of the battle right there. Being mentally strong, disciplined, and consistent. That's half of the battle right there.
Yeah, I think it's been the consistency part is definitely, because it's like, all right, bet, like if we know that we from game one and we got like 9 games or 10 games in the season, every single practice has to look like this. I can't switch up nothing around these kids.
It's not even just practice. Like, is your kid willing to go to court by themselves? Are they gonna be a gym rat? Because the good players, and I seen it this summer. I actually seen it this summer. I seen it with my own eyes. All the ranked kids, they in the gym every day. They in the gym every day from like 9 to like when I was leaving from like 5.
Oh yeah. So that's their 9 to 5, literally.
They in the gym every day. And I'm like, these is why the players are ranked, because like they in the gym every day, whether it's working out, whether it's just them getting shots up, whether it's them going to the weight room. They in the gym every day, and that's why they're at where they at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Being able to put that work in, because I think that sometimes, some people will be like, all right, but I got to practice, and our practice is maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they feel like that's it.
Nah, it's like,
nah, you got to do more.
And what I can say, my brother, he's starting to be a gym rat.
Gotcha.
To the point where he's like, can you take me to the gym? Can you take me to the gym? I'm like, I be coming home time like, yeah, I'll take you to the gym.
Right. But that's love though, right? Because you were probably waiting for him to push that button for himself.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, man, you know what? I always wanted to tell you. But you know what? Now that you sat there and found it for yourself, all right, say no more.
Like, I don't even have to be there. He could go to the gym, get a good workout in.
That's good.
He's a gym rat. I would say that. He's a gym rat. Because he's seen it. He's seen like all these good kids, they in here. I need to be in here too. And it's really showing. Like, the results are showing for real.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah, I love basketball, especially in this area, because we have so many talented kids.
There's so much talent out here.
You know what I'm saying? And seeing all that motivation, and like I said, shout outs to Quinn Cook, shout outs to Jimmy, and shout outs to Spanks for that beautiful documentary, because I feel like that was so timely for me to watch. Yeah, because I'm like, dog, like, man, what? Because I ain't never been to no pulling game at all, but going to seeing that on screen, I'm like, man, that's what I was missing out on. I should have bought me a ticket.
Them
know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looked like it was a college atmosphere.
That's what I'm
that joint.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to go to that.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, man, like job well done. And then on top of that, it's like they were an underdog that whole entire season too. Because I'm like, wait, y'all was number one and they still disrespected y'all talking about some. Nah, y'all not above this. Like, wait, hold on.
What really like got me is what, like when you start seeing cameras and stuff like that. When kids start seeing cameras, they could get easy like distracted.
Yeah, they can.
It looked like they was like focused the whole time.
Yeah, they were locked in.
They was locked in. No matter where the cameras at, they was locked in the whole time. And I applaud them for that.
Yes, I do.
I applaud them because it's easy for kids that they see cameras, they want to get cool
and see cool and all of that. This, that, and the third. And I think throughout it, I was learning a lot through it too because I see a lot of the kids, you know, it's like, bet, I want to look sweet, X, Y, Z. And then there was a part in the joint where, you know what I'm saying, they had the fancy uniforms, and it's like, all right, but you got to earn these. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to get in your feelings and stuff, you going to play in these. So it's like an old school mentality, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. And it gave a lot of good vibes and hope to the area because it's like, I believe that film itself was like a blueprint to just show you how great the county is. And like you can literally find it literally miles and radiuses away.
Right next to you, for real.
Yeah.
And I think that made middle school basketball go to the next level.
Yes.
I just went to a Gwen Park game the other day.
Yeah.
Gym was packed out. For a middle school game, it was packed out. The tickets went on sale like 12. They were sold out at 1. I'm like,
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is really like
it's a next level, I think.
Off.
And a lot of people are so invested into it too, because I think it's at that stage where you're just trying to figure it out, man.
Right.
And kudos, you just sat there and said Gwen Park, they undefeated right now, and they in the playoffs.
They undefeated.
It's like, man, they undefeated,
for like 3 years straight. 3 years straight. They doing a good job over there.
Yeah.
They doing a great job. Shout out to Ty.
Yeah.
He's the head coach. He's the head coach over there. So
got you.
Shout out to Ty.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And best of luck to them on the season too.
No, for real.
Like, cause
I think they could bring it home this year.
For sure.
I feel like they could bring it home this year. I don't know. It's really competitive this year.
Yeah.
Ernest Just.
Yeah.
They won it last year.
Yeah, Ernest Just had won it last year. I think Akakik won it the year before.
Yeah. Akakik is.
And they played each other literally 2 years back to back. So I'm like, yo, I'm just seeing y'all two. What's going on here? But I think now it's like, everybody like, you know what? I seen them. We're going to make some moves too. Yeah. We're going to do what we need to do too.
What I really liked is Gwen Park and Akaki, they played each other first game of the season. They got that game out of the way just to see. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that was a really smart move.
Yeah, so Gwen Park took it too. Yeah.
That was a really smart move. There's a lot of talent in the middle school division, so I actually can't wait to see how it's going to play out for real.
Yeah, middle school basketball for sure.
And high school. High school is a lot of talent as well too. I know there's a lot of showcases going on right now, especially right now.
Yeah. Literally.
So I can't wait to see, you know, who's going to really stand out this year. Like I said, the high school season is really early. So
yeah, it is.
So can't wait to see who's going to really stand out this year.
So, like, I guess with you coaching, right, like, for a kid, like, what – I know we were talking about details earlier. What is important for a kid to be coachable, right? Because I think that a lot of people look at the skill set. I can sit there at school. I can sit there and do this. But, like, what are those intangibles for a kid in a sense to be coachable? And, like, what does that look like for you?
I think for a kid, what a kid has to do to be coachable is not listen to how the coach is saying this, listen to what he's saying. Like, I could be like, yo, Jay, what are you doing? Like, why you didn't pass the ball? Why you make that extra pass? Some kids would be like, man, coach is yelling at me. Like, they could really mess them up mentally. But the good kids, they'll be like, oh, damn, I should have made that extra pass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because people don't understand. Coaches they want to win too. They're like, they're competitive too.
Right.
We just can't play the game. So, like, when we yell, it's just like, that's our way of showing like, oh, we're competitive too. So if a kid is mentally strong and just listen to what the coach is just saying, not how he's saying it, I feel like that's a good way to be like, all right, he's coachable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does make sense. Nah, I think that's important too because like I think sometimes a lot of us get caught in the skill set.
Fact.
Just knowing that okay, they can score, they can perform.
Right.
But it's like, all right, well, I may not need you to score right here. I may need you to pass. I may need you to be play with more intensity on defense. And I may just need those little things from you.
How I'm coaching my kids, how I try to coach my kids, what can you do other than score? Because when college coaches come to see you, they're going to be like, well, I got somebody that can score 30. What else can you do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got somebody that can score 20. What else can you do? Can you rebound? Can you make that extra play? Can you set the offense up? Can you play defense? Are you going to be a good leader?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to coach that. I feel like I look for more in being one of them type of players than the scorer, for real.
Got you.
Because there's more space for them type of players than scorers, for real. It's a lot of scorers out here.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's a scorer, right? So, like, what else are you going to do? Like, I ain't going to lie, like, what happened to being a two-way player?
Right,
it's kind of absent, right?
So if you could be consistent with them other things other than scoring, I feel like you could have a long career in basketball.
For sure.
Because it's not that many people that want to be that lead player.
I want to put in the maximum effort.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And, I think also with that, too, is just like, don't, like, for the kids, they shy away from that because they didn't score.
Right.
It's like, no, you can still impact the game without scoring.
Like, nobody knows. I feel like this day, nobody knows how to impact a game without scoring.
Right.
I feel like if a kid do that, they good in my book.
For sure.
They good in my book. But they don't understand that. They like, hey, I ain't scored 10 points.
Right.
I played a bad game. I'm like, no, you just had 10 boards.
Right.
You just had 5 blocks.
Yeah. Or you had 2 pivotal steals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good. Like,
yeah, you straight.
You good. Like,
yeah.
You had a better game than half of the people.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes like, okay, are you willing to score 5 points and win the game? Or score 30 points and be like, yeah, I scored 30. We lost.
I was just thinking about that. Like,
come on, man. Like, what's the mindset of the man? The priority here.
Right. So I was realizing just thinking about that. Like, you could go to these schools, and these schools give you the green light, right? But are you winning? That's what college coaches want to see. Like, you got the green light, and are you winning? You got the green light, score 25, 30, and lose. College coaches want to see whatever you're doing. Is that helping the team win the game?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
And I keep bringing up my brother.
Nah, I love it though. I love it.
My brother.
I love it.
So I analyzed this game for the last 3 games, right? I think his last game he had 20. They won. I'm like, that's a good game. He had 20 points and y'all won the game. It was a close game too. We played last Sunday. We lost in the championship, but I feel like he played a great game though. Did that make sense? He played a good game. He put the team in a good situation to win the game.
Right.
And that's all I could ask for as a point guard or as a brother or as somebody that's really training somebody to become a great basketball player.
Right.
So yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. I'm loving everything that you do, bro. Like, it's literally like inspiring because literally it is. It's like knowing that you've created a safe haven, you've created more than just a program, you've created like a connection, a hub where people can literally just come through, learn the game. Yeah, I'm gonna be hard on you because I know what it is like from here, but this is my goal for you, like at least game by game, year by year. Like it's a long-term thing.
It's a process.
And it's a project,
people
bro.
Don't understand it's a project. It don't happen in a week. It don't happen in a month. It happens. It's a long-term goal. Like, you might not see results till like the end of the year.
Right.
But you've been putting in that work all year.
Right.
But you might not see the results till the end of the year.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to know, like, all right, I'm still putting in the work.
Got you.
And you got to trust the process too.
So as far as like certified hoopers, like what's the age ranges for the program like?
All right. So right now we have a 7th and 8th.
Okay.
In the springtime, we're coming out with 7th, 8th, 9th, and a girls team.
Okay.
I can't wait for that girls team.
Okay.
Girls team gonna be sweet. So we're growing. We're growing as a program.
That's what's up.
I'm getting a lot of phone calls that be like, "Hey, can I come over? Can I come over?"
Yeah, that feel good though, right? That definitely feel good. You like, hold up, man. I remember where I was at before. Now all of a sudden, y'all want little old me to go ahead and do that?
Right. And I'm like, somebody told me this the other day, and it's like, I had to let it go one ear out the other because I didn't want to get like make me. They was like, yeah, you one of the youngest to do this. And I'm like, don't say that because I don't want to hear that. Like, I probably am, but it's like, I want to be humble about it too.
Amen. I love it.
I want to be humble about it. I probably am one of the youngest to do it right now, but I want to be humble. And it's still the next level I want to get to.
For sure, yeah.
I think the next person, I'm not saying he is the next youngest. I think the next person is Ralph that I know. He coaches leaders.
Yeah, leaders. Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
Up there. I'm like,
intensity definitely high. And shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
too.
shout out to him too. Yeah, he
cool.
putting in work.
We
yes,
never
for sure.
have a conversation, but like it's mutual respect from both ends.
Yeah, for sure.
I am gonna try to get to him one day. Be like, hey, we need to.
Nah, for sure though. But I think that's the thing about it, right? Because it's like the community over the competition.
Yeah.
You're looking at things and you're inspiring. You're like, man, I like what you're doing over here.
Fact.
Like what you're doing over here, and like you said. Constantly being a student,
because
it's easy to get caught up in the fan mode. I'm like, dog, I love this. Like, oh, but it's like, nah, it's so easy.
And sometimes I gotta sit back and be like, damn, like, am I being a good leader? Am I being a good leader myself? Like, I feel like that's where self-care come in. Like, I gotta step out sometimes. We were just talking about this earlier. I gotta step back sometimes and say, like, what's really happening? Like,
yes.
Is the program going in the right direction, or is like, is it going backwards?
Right.
If yes, if no, then what can I do to make it better?
Right, for sure.
Am I being a good leader? That's the main question I ask.
For sure.
Every day.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I love that you do that, man. So, like, what does the self-care look like for you? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you coaching a lot of these games. You like, all right, if I maybe get 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here, at least something like that. Like, what does it look like for you, bro?
Oh, self-care, because I barely get any me time. Self-care looks like traveling, and not even just watching the game. Sometimes I don't even want to watch basketball. Sometimes I go home, I'm like, I don't even want to see no basketball because it's like I'm around it so much.
Yeah, it's gonna put you right back in that mode. Okay, what did I do wrong here?
So like, or working out or hanging out with friends. I know like in August, September, that's my time to be like, all right, basketball's over. I just need these 2 months to just be normal.
Yeah.
You know, not be around basketball. And that time of the year, I'm like, I don't even know what basketball is, for real. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Because I need that time to be like, all right. Because my body knows and my mind knows, like, all right. Or like anybody, when they take that break, they know, like, all right, it's time to get back to what I do, what I want to do.
Right.
I feel like once I get that self-care, it'd be like, I'm good. I could do.
Yeah.
I could do like 5 tournaments now. So
yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Self-care is definitely important. And I know me, I always be on the go. So it's just like sitting still.
Yeah.
Like watching your favorite TV show or something like that. Where it's like, all right, but I can just decompress, like, do not disturb. Like, this is my time. I'm good. Yeah.
Don't even text me.
I'm socially unavailable at the moment. Like,
yeah, so,
I know it was kind of wild to say, but like I am.
You need that though.
I am.
You need that.
I am.
And some people don't even understand that. And going to church.
Yes,
I need that gospel music.
Yes.
Is you know when people was putting out their top 5 music?
Yeah.
Mine was a gospel song called You Remain. I forgot who sang it though. It's called You Remain.
Yeah, You Remain.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That was my number 1 song and I was surprised, but I love that song.
Yeah. I know for me, I be listening to like Caleb Gordon. He's a gospel rapper.
Okay.
I listen to Alex Jean. He's a gospel rapper also. I be listening to like, secular music also, like the J. Cole and the Kendrick, just to be mellow. You know what I'm saying? Just to be mellow, like just to be that same. Because I be feeling like, like what you feed yourself is very important. So those positive vibes, you need them. You need them, man, for sure.
It's very important.
It's definitely dope, man. So like, what's the motivation you want to give to the community and like the youth? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like at times, they're dealing with a lot, of course, social, emotional, social media, things like that. So like, what is some words of encouragement that you can give them, moving forward, whatever they're doing in life?
Any type of goals you have, no matter what it is, do it. You might not see results till like 5 years later, but do it. Just start doing it and see where it gets you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to do what you want to do. You want to start that business? Start that business.
Facts.
You want to go to college? Go to college. You want anything, whatever it is, do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be easy, but them hard times, you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would tell the youth,
Yeah, for sure. And I believe that we're both living proof of that. You know what I'm saying? Like literally going through emotion. Like
times where you want to quit.
Yeah. It's so many times I ain't even gonna lie, to be transparent. Like a lot of people had told me no. Yeah, but I still kept going. And then all of a sudden it's like you get that yes and you like, but that was you really betting on yourself. Because like I said, you got to qualify yourself. Everybody else gonna be like, you may not be able to do this, you may not be able to do that. But it's like, says who?
And know that God got you.
Facts.
Know that God got you.
That part. That part.
You do
man.
that, you good.
Nah, for real, man.
All you gotta do is get the ball rolling.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm gonna say this now. Your program right now, like I said, it's going to be where you really want it to be, wherever God takes it. Because like I said, for you to have everything that you have now as far as like the team, the mentorship, you're building it the right way, organically, brick by brick, foundation and understanding that's the key. I know it's going to be bigger and better in 2025. You're going to be winning more tournaments. You're going to be able to do so many things for the community, bro. I'm excited to see that. I would definitely be a part of that. I got you for sure.
We're going to bring out, I'm going to bring out the one practice. So you got to come out to one practice.
Yeah, for sure. To motivate the youngest. I got you. I got you,
I'll
man.
bring you out. The one.
We're going to make it happen.
We definitely going to make it happen.
Yeah, definitely make it happen. Yeah, 2025. Yes. We're going to make that happen for sure, man. And like I said, anything I could do, like as far as like the leadership development, things like that, that's what I love because I think that they're going to win on the court, but you know what I'm saying, making sure they win off the court. That's the biggest thing for me. So I got you.
I appreciate you bringing me on here, man. I see your platform growing, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man. You're doing a good job. I really salute you, man.
I appreciate that, man. And like I said, man, you already know, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. And we out. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
Love. Man. Love.